Good morning, grade 5, and a warm welcome to the English class. Well, children, if I tell you the statement, our heart pumps blood through our body. What will you think when I tell you the statement? Our heart pumps blood through our body. Okay, take another example. The sun rises in the east. Yes, I know most of you are going to say, yes, ma'am, it does rise in the east and our heart pumps blood. Yes, but what is it about these two statements? Are these statements true, children? Yes, they are true. Right? So children, today we are going to learn about facts and opinion. Now what is facts? Facts means something which is true. Opinion could be your own thought, your feeling. That could be your opinion. So let's see, children, about facts and opinion. A fact is a statement that can be verified. Verified means I can prove it or you can prove it. It's the truth. It can be proven to be true or false through evidence. Through evidence. So we can always prove that whether a statement is true or false, because if it is a fact, there is evidence. Let's take this example here, children. Where and when was Gandhiji born? What does Mahatma mean? How much time did Gandhiji spend in prison? Now children, imagine if I am reading a biography of Mahatma Gandhi. So all these, children, will be facts, because this cannot change. It can be verified. We have evidence. What does Mahatma mean? Where and when was he born? How much time did he spend in the prison? See, time, dates, these are all facts. Okay? Now an opinion. What's an opinion? An opinion is a statement that expresses a feeling. So children, this can change. It's not necessary I and you have the same opinion. It could be about sports, it could be about a person. Suppose if I say, Shah Rukh Khan is an all-time, he is the finest actor of all time. If I say Shah Rukh Khan is the finest actor of all time, not necessary. I may feel yes, he is good. You may feel no, somebody else is good. Okay, so that could be an opinion. So an opinion is a statement that expresses a feeling. It's a statement that is neither true or false. So it is not true or not false. That is your opinion. It can differ from you or me. It differs from people to people. One of the opinion, if I can say, is I think people at the age of 21, okay, they really, you can exercise, vote, you can drive. So according to me, I feel no, they are too young. They cannot exercise their vote, and they cannot exercise their vote is to elect a leader. I feel no, they are too young. And even the age of 21, they are too young to drive. So you may differ, you may say, no ma'am, at the age of 18 also a child is an adult. He can vote, he can drive. So this statement, and this is our opinion, okay? So it is neither true nor false. It is just our feeling. Similarly, when we are reading Mahatma Gandhi's biography, why was Gandhiji an inspiration to people? So my answer would differ, your answer would differ. Okay, so in a class of 30, every child will have his own opinion. But here, where and when was Gandhiji? The whole class will have the same answer. This is a fact. Right? So children, what you're going to do is, you have this on page 56C. From the examples from the newspaper article, that is, this is your newspaper article. Children, this is your newspaper article, okay? Don't move to this page. From here, you will have to pick up facts and opinions. I already gave you examples, children. As I said, dates, okay? Opinion is feelings. So this could be an eyewitness or a spectator. So I'm giving you clues, children, in my answer. If you are attentive, you will pick up the clues. So this one you're going to solve. Give an example from the newspaper article of a fact and an opinion. Right? Now after that, children, you have another one here. The question number 2, C2, page 56. Make brief notes on what the article is about. Now children, this we already discussed. You remember paragraphing, what we did last time? Okay. So the entire answer is over here, children. Paragraph 1 to the same thing you will have to copy. Paragraph 1, children, use green pencil here. And then you may write your answer. So that's your page 56, C1 and C2. Okay, children, now read this. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. It's tongue twisting when you're saying it. Okay? And what's other thing, children, which is common? Yes, can you see? P, the letter P. Can you see the letter P is repeated? So children, today what we are going to do is we are going to learn alliterations. Now what's the meaning of alliteration, children? They are nothing but repeating the same letter. Repeating the same letter in words next to each other or close together. Okay? Now take this example. The shy snake slithered into the shed. Can you see S, 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 S? Right? Now look here. Oh Lord, the lonely lady lamented. L, L, L. So alliteration is repeating the same letters in words next to each other or close together. Now children, if you see this, your textbook. Okay, open your textbooks to this page. Page 5858. You have here alliterations. Now children, before we are learning over here to write alliterations of a newspaper, that is the headlines. Now before that, let's just recall or let's learn what is the heading. What do you understand by the term of headlines? We had done this, children, in Friday comprehension. Okay. So if you see this is the newspaper. Okay, now this is the first page. Now here there is an ad. This is an ad about the government of Maharashtra. When you open to the first page here. Okay, this is your newspaper. Now this is the article. Now can you see? These are your headings. This is your heading. This is your heading. Here you will have your name of the newspaper. Then here you have your headings. Every article, children, will have a heading. So heading is at the top of the newspaper article, or it could even be a magazine article. So it could be in a newspaper and it could even be in a magazine. Now children, why do you think is the purpose of the headlines? Why are these headlines important in a newspaper? Think. Why are headlines important in a newspaper? Why do they write it in bold? Why do they write it in capital? Why is it in bold? Can you see? Dark. Why? What is the purpose of a headline? It is to let the reader know what an article is about. So I just only have to read this and I know what is this article. It will give me an idea what the article is about. It is to grab the reader's attention so that he and she, either he or she, goes on to read the article. So the purpose of a headline is to grab the attention of the reader. You have to hook the reader, right? So then he will read your article. So to grab reader's attention. Now as I said, children, see here also there are two letters, TT. So we will see today how to write alliterations. Children, for this you need to read first your information box. So please read the information box and then move to question A. Which of these headlines uses alliteration? So look here, children, I am not going to help you. You can easily spot it out. Now question number B says, write three of your own headlines that could have been used by the newspaper reporting the Wright brothers' first flight. Children, see here, they have written name of the first flyer. So now here you have to do this. You will write your own headlines that could be used in reporting the Wright brothers' first flight. So imagine that you are there and you are a reporter and you are going to write the headlines. What could it be? Think of some answer. Yes? What could it be? What headlines could you write? Include a headline using alliteration. They have given here alliteration. First flight for, you could start like this, first flight for, yes, first flight for, and then you could write first flight for. So you are getting F, then flight again you are getting F, then you are getting F again for. So you could continue like this. Okay, that's a small clue which I am giving you. Then you will do the C1. Look at some newspaper or online news website. Copy 3 headlines that grab your attention. Under each one, write why you think it is a good headline. Now children, for this you need to take a newspaper. Now not necessary, children. I know most of you will tell me, ma'am, we don't have newspaper. So you could always, these old newspapers are there. You can take from there. And many times we buy things, we also get newspaper as packaging. So you have to pick up 3 headlines. Now this was a headline which today it grabbed my attention. I wanted to read about this old lady, how she landed in another state. There was a mix-up of the name. It's an interesting article, children. If you happen to see this newspaper, you can even read it online. Okay. So that would be your homework. So B, A, B and C. And children, please copy this alliteration, what it is. Copy it in your notebook. You will copy alliterations in your notebook. And you will also copy this facts and opinion, what it is in your notebook. So that during exam, children, you are not confused. You have it at hand and you can revise it quickly. That's the idea of making you write. So children, that's all. Please complete your homeworks. All homeworks to be completed. And children, you know the deadline when to send the homework. Okay, you don't have a long duration. You have immediately the next day, by next day you need to send your homework. So that's all, children. Bye-bye.